everybody. So we are going to talk about L'Oreal Paris for the class diversity, and myself Adwaiith. I am speaking on behalf of the team Sixpacks, and I'm going to answer question one, and my friends are going to answer the rest. So so I'm going to talk about L'Oreal's commitment to gender equity. Women in leadership, 50% of board members are women, and 32% of executive committees are women. 57% key positions are held by women. The L'Oreal give so much importance in leadership, and that too in women leadership. And recruitment for career and development. In 2023, 68% of recruits on permanent contracts were women, and 70% of promotion in 2020-23 were awarded to women. 50% or 51% of expertise roles were held by women. And for the gender pay gap analysis, the median gender pay gap has stayed constant since it dropped from 10% in 2007 to 0% in 2019. By 2023, the average salary gap has shrunk from 31% in 2007 to 8%. The adjusted average wage gap is 2% after taking structural factor into consideration. For the L'Oreal's diversity and equity and inclusive initiatives, it employs over 2,000 people with disabilities, promoting equity in the workplace. The global recognition ranked fifth globally and the first among the French companies in 2024 for the FTSE, the Diversity and Inclusion Index, evaluating over 15,500 companies worldwide. And inclusive beauty programs launched the slogan called Your Skin, Your Story campaign, celebrating the diverse beauty by featuring 33 individuals across various backgrounds. So for the workplace inclusion, it also implemented policies that supporting LGBTQ IA in place, and inclusivity, and actively engaged in reducing the gender pay gap, provides paid parental leave for mothers and parents and co-parents. Encouragement of women in science. The L'Oreal's UNESCO for Women Service Awards, and have honored exceptional female research since 1998. Each year, lecturers receive scholarship of total $100,000 for doing this awards and stuff.
Hi guys, so I'll be talking about diversity action and practices. So when we talk about the L'Oreal brand, when it comes to diversity, the broadening definitions of beauty, it explains targeting of men's challenge, traditional gender norms, as well as showing that skincare and beauty routines are for everyone. So when it comes to the representation part, featuring male models, ambassadors of varying ages, ethnicities, and body types, highlights inclusivity as well as speaks to a wider consumer base. Alignment with broader DNI goals, which emphasizes men's beauty, is one of the major parts of L'Oreal wider push into the offerings as well as spanning in terms of the gender part. Now, talking about the example when it comes to the diversity part, so L'Oreal has launched the L'Oreal Brandstorm 2025 project for the international as well as the French students, which focuses on men, beauty, and care, which literally focuses on the tech products as well as the importance which they give into the men's grooming as well as the beauty industry. This initiative reflects the increasing demand for men's beauty products, with the market projected to reach around 81.2 billion by 2024. L'Oreal, as a frontrunner, is leading this shift by encouraging innovative solutions tailored to men's grooming needs. Brandstorm 2025 serves as a catalyst for change, inspiring brands as well as to develop products that resonate with modern men's evolving beauty standards. That's it, guys. Thank you.
L'Oreal stands out as a leader in diversity, equity, and inclusion, with significant female representation in leadership and being ranked fifth globally in the FTSE Diversity and Inclusion Index. L'Oreal is sort of shaping to be an inclusive culture. Initiatives like Your Skin, Your Story, and hiring over 2,000 individuals with disabilities and people from the LGBTQIA plus community further illustrates their proactive stance. However, challenges do remain. Bridging the gap between policy and practice is sort of critical, as the discrepancies can sort of undermine the total overall trust and effectiveness. Also, the unconscious bias still continues to be impacting hiring, promotions, daily interactions, which requires an ongoing attention and improvement. Further, measuring the impact of DEI initiatives is complex, as it demands like moving beyond simple metrics to truly understand the depth of inclusion. To enhance their culture of inclusion, L'Oreal can adopt several strategies. Enhanced policy implementation with regular audits will ensure that DEI policies are not only just stated but actively pursued and achieved. Cultural competence training tailored for global teams can address the nuances of this diverse market while also enhancing understanding and cooperation. Inclusive hiring practices are sort of essential to build a workforce that reflects global diversity. This involves standardized recruitment to eliminate bias and giving opportunities for all. Moreover, implementing both quantitative and qualitative DEI metrics will provide a much clearer picture of the progress. And this allows for incorporating feedbacks from employees using various employee surveys to actually gauge the real time atmosphere.
In 2019, Liberation reported that L'Oreal faced a lawsuit for gender discrimination. Julie is a pseudonym. A former marketing executive claimed her career stalled after maternity since 2011. She was demoted, criticized for leaving work at 7 p.m. for family reasons, and eventually fired in 2015 for lack of leadership, despite positive evaluations. She sued for 500,000 euros. L'Oreal admitted to managerial errors but denied discrimination. The case highlighted discrepancy between L'Oreal's public commitments to gender equality and actual workplace practices. The company's reaction is completely disproportionate. Julie's skills should not be questioned because of her maternity. She climbed the ranks at the L'Oreal thanks to her competence, skills, and professionalism. These qualities will not change because she is a mother. This resembles hypocrisies as L'Oreal promotes inclusivity and gender equality in its communications. Recommendations for L'Oreal include ensuing a public apology and dismissing the employee responsible for this decision. The company should also ensure gender parity, 50% men and 50% women, within the executive committee and all leadership positions. This commitment should be proudly showcased on social media, not as a marketing slogan, but as a genuine strength. It must be sincere.
So for the final part of our presentation, I will reflect on some recommendations that we have for L'Oreal to keep improving their DEI practices. For the particular case that my colleague talked about, Julie, we believe L'Oreal should strengthen maternity integration policies. This means that L'Oreal should ensure that women returning from maternity leave are installed in roles equivalent in responsibility, status, and pay, as mandated by the law. However, also beyond the law, the company should recognize unique challenges that mothers face while reintegrating into leadership positions. We can also say that women often experience a dual burden. They need to demonstrate professional competence, but also experiencing the expectations from society around motherhood. So to combat this, L'Oreal should introduce structured mentorship and support programs designed for mothers returning from maternity leave. And these programs could include, for example, mentorship by senior female leaders, flexible career progression paths, and even a more clear communication about career development plans. To finish with a general recommendation, we believe that L'Oreal should advance DI measurements and accountability beyond just surface metrics. Organizations nowadays must go beyond basic demographic tracking and measure its real impact on motivation, retention, and workplace culture. We can see that companies that apply diversity management can benefit from employee retention, higher motivation and performance, and better workplace culture. But many companies like L'Oreal focus only on basic DEI indicators, like, for example, the representation statistics, as my colleague talked, that 50% of board members are women. But they should also track long-term career outcomes and workplace culture. We have the example that identity conflicts lead to many women to self-select out of leadership roles. And this issue cannot be detected by representation data alone. So we believe that L'Oreal next step should be to track things like long-term career satisfaction, promotions, and retention of diverse employees to ensure meaningful progress instead of only tracking these more surface level metrics. So that's it. Thank you.